7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Greetings everyone, this is me again, Zahra Jawad, ex-Muslim, ex-Shia. Come to help the Muslims see for themselves and decide. This is not a debate. It's not even a discussion right now. But we can have a dialogue discussion later on. Right now I'm not feeling well. I had some sore throat or infection. So had fever. Feeling feverish. So please bear with me and please see this. So now we're examining Surah Baqarah 191. What is fitna against? What was it? Oppression, zulm against you, against the Muslims and Prophet Muhammad? Or was it against Islam also? So what does this fitna consist? Where Surah Baqarah ayat 191 says, kill them wherever you find them and drive them out from where they drove you out. As fitna is more severe than killing. It's the translation says, I don't know whether in Arabic it says more, but this is how the translation goes. I chose T. Usmani. Anyways, even if it's severe than killing. More severe. Or severe. Okay, yeah. So this so fitna is severe than killing. However, do not fight them near Al-Masjid Al-Haram unless they fight you there and all this, right? So I don't need to read the rest of the ayah. It's not that important. What is important is fitna, and what is fitna? What is fitna here? So fitna, God says here, is worse than killing, right? So I showed you from Surah, all these Surah Baqarah 192. Again, it says, if they cease, then indeed Allah is forgiving and merciful. If they stop, then Surah Baqarah 193 says, fight them until there is no fitna. And moreover, religion, so moreover is not here, and until, or they put in brackets, so I also, I'm just trying to stress on this part of the ayat, and religion is for Allah. Yeah, religion is for Allah. That doesn't mean that they're doing mischief, they're going against peace, they're creating discord or some mischief or corruption. I think what it means is that until all the Christians, Jews, and polytheists of that time come and accept this religion, accepting this religion. So, you see, from the very beginning, when I closely examined these ayats and did some of them, like taking Surah Nisa ayats even now, so I'm going through it again, I saw very diabolical Allah and Prophet Muhammad. And that just broke my bones, my heart. You can see now in Surah Baqarah 2, it says, this is the book of Allah. There is no doubt in it. There's no doubt in it. So you cannot afford, Muslims cannot afford to have doubt in it. They cannot afford to disobey Prophet Muhammad. Things like that. Otherwise, they're hypocrites. There's no doubt in it. It is a guidance for the pious. Another thing is that only Islam will be accepted. Another ayat here. There are two ayats that I found Google searching. There is no religion that is acceptable to him except Islam. So Surah Al Imran 3, ayat 19 says, truly the religion with Allah is Islam. Those who were given the scripture, Jews and Christians, meaning, did not differ except out of mutual jealousy. So not that they misunderstood the religion, that the Jews there were not enough signs. They say, some of them being sincere and saying, no, they're not. It's Jesus Christ. It says mutual jealousy. Yeah. It just puts a stamp on them for this, you see. Now, some of them could be sincere, honest, and say, and they didn't get the sign that Jesus Christ is the Messiah, the Jews. Now, such a severe thing, stamp on them until out of mutual jealousy. So I don't agree with that. I saw many problems in this, many problems from Quran ayats like this, and it really broke my heart. And since now going through it again, I think I had another bone crushing. I think now I'm accepting. It's a process, I think, of shock, pain, and then slow acceptance. That, the Muslims say that this religion is peaceful, there's no compulsion, all this, and God says, do not fight them. If they do not fight you, they give ayats like this. For example, Surah Baqarah at 190, which one is it? 192, which we will see when I go to my notes. But for now, look at this. Allah only accepts Islam, right? So for Allah, Surah Al Imran, verse 85, whoever seeks a way other than Islam, it will never be accepted from them. And in the hereafter, they will be among the losers. So here it's in the hereafter, maybe, so not in this life. And so this is the true religion, right? This is the true religion. That's why I'm telling you, I'm giving you these ayats so that you can understand these ayats properly. Surah Baqarah at 190, fight in the cause of Allah those who fight you. Now why does Allah say, but do not transgress, right? Then why does Allah say in Surah 193, fight them until there is no more fitna. And if they cease, 192, Surah Baqarah, and if they cease, stop, then indeed Allah is forgiving and merciful. So you've kept thinking, if they stop, they're harassing you, they're creating mischief, they're creating discord, then they're now hypocrites also. Medina hypocrites, they're doing all these things. The Makkan polytheists are doing all this, and then, but you missed this ayat. I wonder why. To really examine this ayat, Surah 2, ayat 193 closely, what does it tell you? What do they have to cease from, and what does fighting here against you people consist of? Or Prophet Muhammad fighting or does it consist of so what is fighting, meaning fitna also, in the form of fitna? Because this is the only religion now, and you've seen the threat that Allah has given to the Ahl Kitab, also Jews and Christians, in Surah Nisa. I keep showing you, before we obliterate faces, curse them, or turn them on their backs. Why have you missed this? So you see, I was struggling in the beginning. That's why I was getting angry at whoever came. Sorry, Muslims. Like, seeing the diabolical thing here, and the devil got the best of me, worst of me. No, there is no peaceful it's not a peaceful religion. It cannot accept other religions. It cannot, let's see, even if it accepts other religions, if they just keep quiet and not say anything to your religion, then maybe he can accept it. But for now, we see that kill them wherever you find them. Fitna could be criticizing Prophet Muhammad, drive them out from where criticizing Islam, drive them out from where they drove you out. As fitna is more severe than killing. Now, in Surah Hasharah too, we see that they were driven out from their homes, that they broke their homes and all this. When did they drive the Muslims out? Or they were meaning to drive the Muslims out. But even if they were meaning to drive the Muslims out of the city, it was their city. It wasn't Prophet Muhammad's city. He just went there to seek refuge from the Makkah, expelled from Makkah. And then when you read about Jang or Uhud, it maybe will come here. The ayat, Wikipedia says he was, attacking their caravans and stealing their goods. Prophet Muhammad was. Okay, now let's make it very simple, yeah? So until religion is for, we come. Then again, and if they cease, then indeed Allah is forgiving and merciful. But just here, right? What does this consist of? Where is it? Fitna is more severe than killing. This means, what does this mean? Please ask yourselves. Is this a form of fighting against the Muslims and Prophet Muhammad? And of course, if you doubt this religion, you automatically become a kuffar, disbeliever, if you don't repent. There's no doubt in it. It is a guidance. It's the only guidance, right? Islam is the only, also that. So, can fitna, ask yourselves first. Does does fighting consist of fitna against you Muslims, against your Islam? If they say anything against Islam to a Muslim, they're doing fitna. They're causing disbelief. Like, right? Like the hypocrites, where the believers were even divided about the hypocrites in Surah. I think we're going to go there. Surah Nisa. So they cause disbelief. No. They don't cause disbelief. They wish you would disbelieve as they disbelieve. Because they did not emigrate with Prophet Muhammad for Allah's sake. From Makkah to Medina. So I hope that ayat comes. Then this is not a peaceful religion that accepts like an open, discussion. The Shias will say Mubaila has come. So in Mubaila, Prophet Muhammad took his daughter Ali and only Hassan Hussein, not the Sahabas, because it was going to be a curse upon those who lie. Curse would be invoked. So he had a discussion with them. And there you would say, well, that's the way to do it. Right? But then they were made to pay the jizya. Yeah, then they were allowed to practice their religion. But after that, like, this was a strong thing, a curse on them. And then keep your mouth shut, I think. So Shias concentrate more on Mubahala, saying that if the Jews, perhaps even looking at Mubahala, that it is, you can have a peaceful discussion with Prophet Muhammad, but it goes directly to those who are lying, then there's a curse on them. It's an immediate thing. So to save you, Christians of that time, you pay the jizya and be under the Islamic state or country or land. But you have to pay the jizya, you are dhimmis. And fight them. But these people, you see, with the Christians, they didn't believe in him. So those who didn't believe in him had to pay the jizya. You would say the Jews were fighting, were causing chaos, discord, this. Remember, can you blame those Jews? Okay, those Christians, he had a meeting with, discussion with, Mubahala, It's called the Christians of Najran. But these are Jews, you see, in whose land he's taken refuge with them also. Think about it. Fight them until there is no fitna. And they're saying like he's a false prophet, please. We don't want. And those who believed in him realized maybe later on very sincerely, honestly, that he's seeing him and his kartut, his attitude and manners. He's a false prophet. One day he adopts a son through the pagan custom, then another day Allah sends ayats. Don't do it in the pagan way. Oh. And many other things like this, when the Bedouin Muslims were saying, please ask forgiveness for us, you can see an ayat that has come that believers who stay behind are less in rank than those who go in war and strive in the cause of Allah with their life and their might, money, wealth, property. So they thought, okay, we could tell him, please, we're busy with our family, we're business people or something. No, they're hypocrites. They don't know. And they give money, they want spoils of war also. Okay, so they are hypocrites. And moreover, since they disobeyed, the Prophet is disobeying Allah. Surah Nisa 80. They will be facing such an army. Why? Why all this? Violence. I mean, putting them in front of violence, right? No compulsion in religion. Just because they said ask for forgiveness and they said, oh, spoils of war thing, and they thought evil thoughts. You will be facing such an army, whether they will submit to you or not, and then you obey, Surah Fatayats. I mean, is that really necessary? Think about it. They're not fighting. Okay, they are hypocrites, leave them alone. Yeah, and then Surah, which one? Surah Tawbah, it says, leave them alone, yes. Leave them alone, these Medinan hypocrites, Bedouin hypocrites. And then has he really left them alone? And Surah Azab ayat again against them. What about these Surah Bedouins who said, please ask for forgiveness? Okay, they thought evil thoughts, they say from their mouths, they change the word of Allah, but leave them alone, right? Why do you have to tell them, or Allah has to tell them, that they will face such a big army? So how did they leave? How come he left the Christians alone, Najran Christians, when they had a discussion with him? Maybe when the Jews had a discussion with him, they also realized that he was a false prophet. And so, like the Christians agreed to pay him jizya and become dhimmis if they're under the Islamic law, a country, land. So why didn't the Jews agree? Jews' strategy must be, that we can't accept him in our land. We just can't accept him anymore. I think. So he should have left instead of, Jews were not accepting him. Those who didn't believe in him, and I think they didn't want to pay the jizya to a false prophet. Christians are more softer or just subdued, meek. But, if the Jews didn't agree, should you blame them? So this also. So work this out, these 3 ayats. I've worked it out. And if you say like religion is for Allah, that justice, see how Yusuf Ali has translated it. And fight them on until there is no more tumult. Fitna Like he's taken the extreme, one of the, extreme definitions of fitna, tumult or oppression, zulm, or aggression, maybe transgression, things like that, like baghat, baghat in Surah 49, Ayat 9, the word, if believers transgress, maybe transgression, tumult. So he's taken an extreme Yusuf Ali for fitna. He doesn't put fitna here. He just puts tumult or oppression. Actually, the word is, Arabic word is fitna. And there prevail justice. Because I think, and there prevail justice. He's put the meaning, maybe, he thinks that, oh, this religion is peaceful religion. And religion is for Allah, meaning all of them, non-Muslims, have to become Muslims. But Yusuf Ali can't seem to accept that. That's why he writes this in his translation, there prevail justice and faith in Allah. Okay, at least he's put faith in Allah. So now, maybe he accepted it that all of them should become Muslims. Surah 9, Ayat 5 also, like, against the polytheists, fight them until, and make them so, like, make the walls come in on them. So, until you make them Muslims, until they accept Islam. The tafsir on Surah 9, Ayat 5, I'm giving you. So please see now, there's no more peaceful religion. Not that justice prevail. Justice in the form of what? That they don't say anything against Islam, but you can use Allah to keep saying, have against them. You see, this kind of a religion, I tell you, you may think it's the proper guidance and true religion, but this kind of religion is very dangerous. It doesn't allow others to practice their own way. What kind of an Allah is this? Who will not accept the worship that hearts lift up, even the worship and love for someone you love. Like Saadi says, do not avert your face, or who? The Sufi or Saadi or Hafiz or Rumi, do not avert your face from your earthly beloved, for even that may lead you to the face of a God, or to Allah, to God. This is a very dangerous religion. So Allah saying only this way I accept, only this is the guidance, true guidance. The rest have faltered, like you can see, and even the Jews and the Christians, they differ amongst themselves due to mutual jealousy. Come on, how many Jews and Christians Allah is writing about here? I mean, has writing? Sorry, my wrong. Surah 3, Ayat 19. Look at this. Indeed, the religion in the sight of Allah is Islam, and those who were given the scripture did not differ except after knowledge had come to them. Out of jealousy, out of jealous animosity between themselves. Oh my goodness. Please, there may be some Jews saying, oh, he's not the Messiah. Sincerely, honestly. Like now I'm saying he's not the true prophet. Am I in jealous animosity towards him? Or towards you? I'm helping the Muslims, but help me also in this way. No, I'm not doing it out of jealous animosity. And there are loopholes in the scriptures, like the seed of David. Now, where does Jesus Christ come from, the seed of David? He's the Son of God, not the son of David. Right? Maybe in some other way, I don't know, like Bibi Maryam was the sister of Aaron. Right? God. And the Christians laugh at that, but they don't see that. How can Jesus Christ be the seed of David when he doesn't have the seed of David? Maybe in other ways, right? Yeah, and I won't laugh. Maybe in other ways, like maybe in the spiritual seed of David. Spiritual seed of David. Okay. Why am I laughing? I don't like this. Sometimes things come out of me I don't like, so I apologize for that. And those who were given the scripture did not differ except after knowledge. Oh God. Sorry, I think I'm cracking up. I wanted to remain away from these diabolical things, but Satan has hit me, demons, black magic, and oh, God knows what. I can't take this. I couldn't take hypocrites. Sorry, excuse me. Oh, so is fitna a form of fighting against you? Okay, you may give me, Shias may give me Mubahila, and they celebrate Eid Mubahila. Very peacefully done. But okay, let's go ahead. Let's see if you had a peaceful discussion with Prophet Muhammad, and if you kept your mouth shut against him, then you are safe. You can practice your religion in Medina. But you see the very word Medina. Why did he have to change it to Medina? Could have kept it as Yathrib. So I don't think he was such a great man to change. You know, you go to another city. Allah told me, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is not the true Allah. A true Allah, great man. Now I come to even my, I can't take. Allah has told me. I go to London and, I can practice my religion, but, if Allah starts to tell me that take over London and spread your mission, even I don't agree to the Christian missionaries, Jehovah Witnesses and all that, the missionary work they do, I wouldn't do that. As a Shia, and Dawa Muslim Dawa I wouldn't do. And I don't agree to that at all. I feel a great religion, like the worldview, if you can understand, not that I'm a Buddhist, but I'm just saying like what my worldview would tell you, be a Buddhist, or take like Moji. Moji talks about Buddha, Jesus Christ in that way, it's peaceful. Hypocrites, what a fear of, he's got a lot of fear of hypocrites. Because I think here, you see, he even blames his own believers. And you see, for the worst of beasts in the sight of Allah, it will come. I'm jumping. So closely, please digest this. Try to register that I think this fight consists of fitna, and fitna is worse than killing. Like even if they don't kill you, but they are spreading fitna against you. Surah 2, Ayat 193, and that religion is for Allah. Not their Allah, but Islam's Allah. But if they cease, then there is to be no aggression, assaulting, except against oppressors. Now, Zalim comes in here. So now who are the oppressors here? We need to see. Those who say things against your religion still, and Prophet Muhammad, those hypocrites in Surah Azab, Ayah 60. Now, if you disobey Prophet Muhammad and Allah's commands which have come in Surah Tawbah, Ayat 23, if you take your disbelieving father and brother as a protector, then you are zalimeen there. Then are you to fight them also? This religion, okay, it says they are not peaceful because they're creating fitna. You can't say fitna could be disbelief. Didn't I show you from that previous live stream the in the footnote, I do take this. Where's the footnote? Under which ayat was it? Sorry, I have to search it out here in my notes. Here. See? Surah 2, ayat 191. I should have put it there too. Sorry about this. Footnote 1. Among the meanings of fitna, the least being disbelief. So now it makes sense that not extreme terrorism, seduction, injustice, oppression, persecution, trial and torment against you, but also the least one, disbelief, and its imposition. So fitna could mean that they're just not believing in this religion. I agree to this. Sahih International. Taking every ayat into consideration, looking at it, closely examining it. Now, can you see it? See, such a wide term. Allah could have put zulm or baghat, transgression, and, but no, he puts fitna here. Okay, you will say against your children and things, your children are fitna, you don't fight them, right? Bear patiently, you have enemies in your family. But this fitna against these disbelievers, because moreover, what it says is, in 193, is that, and religion is for Allah. Islam's Allah, not their Allah, not justice. So they are fighting you, causing disbelief and its imposition on others, unbelievers, discord, dissension, causing division by remaining in their religion and saying, and these hypocrites, they're swearing to him. Oh, but you won't believe in them, right? Maybe he was doing a thing. You see, now we go to another ayat here. Why I take you to this ayat? Okay, why have I gone to Surah 49, ayat 9? If two parties of the believers happen to fight, make peace between them. But then, if one of them transgresses against the other, fight the one that transgresses. Okay, I said this. Another was oppression translation by another of your translators. So it's transgression, and Allah has put baghat, however you may pronounce this. And this is, now he could have put it like this for this ayat, Surah Baqarah ayat 193. Not religion is for Allah, but he could have put it like this, you see, until it reverts to Allah's command. And if it does, when they have a peace treaty with you, so being Jews, okay, they have been told that this is Allah's command, we need to have peace. So like that with the Jews, the polytheists, you agreed on practicing your religion, keeping your religion, but also keep, compromising with Allah's command that you make peace with us. Does revert, and if it does revert, make peace between them with justice. So he could have used justice also, Adal, here in Surah Baqarah 193, which he didn't. He put it that religion is for Allah. Not that they have a treaty with you. If they have a treaty with you, then this kind of way should be put. Until make peace between them with justice. Until justice is established between you and them. But he's put here, religion is for Allah. Also this. So now it seems to tell me that they have to become Muslims or else keep quiet, not say a thing, maybe. I would say they would be killed. I would disregard Mubala now. I say they would be killed if they don't accept Islam. This is my opinion, inference, but considering him through my way, he's very diabolical. He doesn't, his Allah in him. So okay, he's deceived us in many ways. Ayats also not clear. If two parties among the believers fall into a quarrel, make peace between them. But if one of them transgresses beyond bounds against the other, then fight you against the one that transgresses until it complies with the command of Allah. If you have a peace treaty with the Jews also, Christians of that time, you can do this and make them pay jizya, like in Mubahala, against the Najran Christians who did not accept Islam. So the Shias say no, it's peaceful discussion he had, but I don't agree with the Shias on that. But I looked at the Mubahala and saw how the Christians were scared of him, and they kind of made him, that he wouldn't fight with them. They reduced his diabolical, this, it's gotten in his head that he's the true or something, or no, he wants to be a prophet and fame and all this. So I think one Christian priest did a very tactful, diplomatically made him get peace, try to get peace out of him, So they said, okay, we'll pay you the money. Like the Egyptian king gave him Maria the Coptic, I think. Do those, the Arabian Nights where this man wants to kill his wives and all this, and the one goes and tries to deter him from killing, and she's speaking to him the whole night. So I think he had that really evil thing of killing people. And one priest, or the Najran Christian, they succeeded in making him, soft, and letting them practice their religion. And okay, we'll pay you the money, like the Egyptian king said, leave us alone. We'll give you I'll send you a maid like Maria the Coptic. But what he did to the Jews' chief daughters, Joveria and Sephira, he took them. His beauty for him was something, and he didn't relent towards them or leave their city. So against this ayat, if you say that no, this fitna and religion is for Allah, you have to follow the command. They have to follow the command of Allah, make peace and bring justice and stop. But you need to fight them until there is no fitna. Now, and you need to keep fighting the oppressors also, except against the oppressors. Now, no aggression against you. Against the oppressors, I showed you that an oppressor can now be. So is this right? So many. Can you be sure? Like Surah Tawbah 23 says, if you go against the command of Allah, there's a punishment for you, right? So you become an oppressor. There's no punishment there for you written in the Quran ayat. But what will be is that you will have to fight them, I think, even them, who take for protectors at that time, perhaps. So it's also the Quran ayats are unclear, and I'm trying to get them clearer, more than what you believe in, that this is a religion of peace. And fitna is on the extreme case here. And it says, if they cease no aggression except against the oppressors. So this shows that they were oppressors. They were doing zulm. But then what about this? Religion is for Allah. So then they reconcile the translator saying, justice prevails and there's no oppression against you Muslims or against Islam or against Prophet Muhammad. It's a severe case, or because here it says, except against the oppressors. Zalimeen or Zalimun. There prevail justice and faith in Allah. But even faith in Allah, Yusuf Ali, is not faith in their Allah. Right? So, can we just leave it to unclear? Like, I don't know, because a Zalimeen can be, or Zalimun, can be someone who takes their father and brother, disbeliever, as a protector. Surah 9, Ayah 23. So these kind of unclear ayahs, and you still say Islam is a peaceful religion, I don't think, at least come out of that, right? At least come out of that. So I'm going with you, and then for the worst of beasts in the sight of Allah are the deaf and the dumb, those who understand not. Now how can we understand these ayahs which are unclear, like I showed you? Even if like you, at least don't say this is a religion of peace. Because, okay, transgression against it could be against you, your physique, or against Islam, they're not allowed. But he uses Allah to say those hypocrites are unclean, those polytheists in Surah Tawbah are unclean. So he can do that. What the worst of creatures also. And who are the worst of creatures? Those who do not use reason, they are deaf and dumb. Here also, worst of creatures, Surah 8, Ayah 22. And those who understand not, meaning they don't use their aql, their intellect, somehow from the heart or what, I don't know. But how can we? Our intellect is punctured here. I've shown you time and again. In how many verses? Intellect punctured. Surah Tahrim ayat, Surah Azab ayats, other ayats like these. To you is your religion. Now you see Surah Kafirun, ayat 6. Here, yes. What does it say? Here. Oh, don't show me. Okay, you're showing me this. To you is your religion, and to me, my religion. Lakum dinakum waliya deen. Until religion is for Allah. It doesn't mean, here he says, to you is your religion, and for me is my religion. But here it says, until deen is for Allah. What does it mean? Surah Baqarah at 193. So closely examine these. I'm giving you guidelines. I've reached my conclusion. I've had an insight. He's a diabolical, very evil person, unfair, unjust, even to the hypocrites. So then I asked a question, why were Ahl Bayt called Baghi after Karbala, Bibi Zainab and all? The children of Imam Hassan, the sister, the one or two wives were there, and the rest children. Imam Zainul Abidin became the Imam after Karbala. So why were they calling them Baghi? This is not just for me and the Shias. So I got my answer because, like what is Baghi? Baghi means they're betrayers or something. But I got Baghat. Could it be from this ayat, Surah 49, ayat 9? I'm asking myself, when did Prophet Muhammad fight against his believers? Now you don't get a direct ayat on that. Maybe when I was looking at Surah Tawbah, it's on the hypocrites, ambush, they made the mosque. Maybe they were calling, but that's hypocrites, you would say. But when did he fight against his believers? Or tell you to kill them? Using Allah? Oh, you know which ayat I got? So I'm using the word baghat here from this ayat, Surah 49, ayat 9, to say that these Ahl Bayt, the progeny of Prophet Muhammad, people of the house, were called Baghis. Later on, they had to say, we are. And the Yazid soldiers were saying, as they were taking them from Karbala to Kufa to Sham, they are Baghis, Baghis. Could it come from transgressors, this ayat, Surah 49, ayat 9, which says, if two parties of the believers happen to fight, make peace between them. But then, if one of them transgresses, Baghi, against the other, fight the one that transgresses. Baghat. Tab, see, tabghi, baghi. Transgressor. When was he a transgressor? So, what I got was, when was he a transgressor? Remember when believers were divided about the hypocrites? 88 of Surah Nisa. And they wish you would disbelieve as they disbelieved. These are believers called hypocrites. So you would be alike. So do not take from among them allies until they emigrate. Now from them also do not take protectors, believers. And they are Muslims, but they're hypocrites. Until they emigrate for the cause of Allah. Now who helped them? Who could have helped them? But if they turn away, just turning away, not turning other people away, then seize them and kill them for their betrayal only, huh? They haven't fought Prophet, these hypocrites haven't fought Prophet Muhammad, they have just not emigrated. But then your 90 ayats of Surah Nisa says, now it shows you that if Allah had given them power, they would have fought them. So he's afraid of them if Allah gives them power. But they haven't fought you as yet. So fitna, they will do fitna on the intense levels. Oh, noteworthy how I got this insight. I was like, which ayat shall I search? And there it was in front of me. I have done this before. You know, Umar bin Khattab and Abu Bakr, they were polities with and Yazid was saying, you killed my great-grandfather in Badr. But against his believers, where is he? He's calling them hypocrites for what? And kill them wherever you find them for what? They're not. But if Allah gives them power and they will surely fight you. You know, their hearts are like ready to fight you or something. But they haven't fought you. And this kind of superficially puts the wrong blame on them. It's just fear. He could have given them power over you and they would have fought you. But they haven't yet fought you, so... But now, except for those who take refuge with the people between yourselves and whom is a treaty, who could Makkan polytheists now? Abu Sufyan, Abu Jahal, or some Christians? They went to the Ethiopian Christian, remember? We are shown in the Message movie that the Muslims went to the Ethiopian Ethiopian priest, take refuge from these Makkans who were exiling them and after them and persecuting them. But look, Jange Badr, what happens? In Jange Badr, he blames, Jange Uhud. Who does he blame in Jange Uhud? Huh? Al Imran. He blames the believers who turned hypocrites. Jange Uhud for failing, being defeated in that battle, right? Quran ayat, Allah blames. I will show you. You were to be blamed. Al Imran, oh wait, why aren't you fighting? So before this ayat, Al Imran verse 67. No, 167. I've forgotten. Sorry. Oh, 167. Come fight in the way of Allah. At least defend yourselves. And they're saying, well, we don't. He's a. So they're making excuses because they don't. Every time, even the Jews, remember, they said, ask for forgiveness. He's unnecessarily making them fight. Okay, so I find out about Jang-e Badr, what happened, through Wikipedia, but your Islamic sources. Now, I couldn't go to the narrators, not like Shia research I haven't done. What befall you on the day when the two hosts met was by the leave of Allah, and in order that he might mark out those who believe from the hypocrites, right? What, when a single disaster smites you, although you smote your enemies with one twice, in Badr meaning or previous battles, great, do you say, whence is this? Say to them, it is from yourselves. For now, the hypocrites failed Allah and him. And what happened here? This is Jang-e Battle of Uhud. 70 Muslims were martyred. In the Battle of Badr, 70 unbelievers were killed and 70 taken as captive. So this is which battle? Which battle is he talking about? So anyways, but Uhud, I think they failed in Uhud, right? They got defeated. And Abu Sufyan didn't kill. He called Umar. Remember that in Uhud, I think? Or there's Uhud, there's another one, I'm forgetting. So let's go to battle Hunain. Where was he defeated? When were the Muslims? Which battle? I'm really bad at this history thing. Okay, so what happened here? Ghazwa Uhud was fought between the early Muslims and the Quraysh during the Muslim-Quraysh wars in a valley north of Mount Uhud, near Medina, on Saturday. Okay. After suffering defeat at the Battle of Badr and having their caravans endlessly raided by the Muslims, the excuse, hello? What? Oh, can you digest this, Muslims? Are you going to tell me he's not a criminal? By the Muslims? Having their caravan. Who said this? Your own. Oh, maybe the Shias will say, and some of you Muslims will say, we can't accept this narrator. Ah. Right. Raided by Muslims? Is my English getting worse? Am I here reading this, or have I died and gone to heaven or hell? Have I died and gone to heaven? Such a night. Bryan Adams. Bryan Adams? Am I awake? Pinch me. Caravans endlessly. Why would the Shias not want you to know this? Their moms. Raided by. But this is in history recorded. The Quraysh finally. Oh, he deserves to read. The Muslims deserve to read. Because they exiled them. They confiscated the Muslims' properties in Makkah. So now they're raiding the caravan. Oh, one evil, another evil doesn't, come on. If they're doing evil and you do evil, you're the same. Oh, they initiated it. They initiated it. So you take revenge. Oh, you transgress against them as much as they've transgressed against you. Hey, you are raiding their caravan so many times. How much property did they Oh, your houses? Or come on, Muslims. What kind of a thing is this, please? You would say no justice then, Zahra? This is justice? This the way? Oh, hit them. Yeah, okay. If someone comes and steals from me, Takes me out of my apartment house. Huh? I go, where do I go? These poor Muslims couldn't go anywhere. As if they didn't have a, like a court system or something. So Solomon did, David did. David was the judge. So who could be a judge here? Okay, they didn't have anywhere to go. These were polytheists, zalim, cruel. So raiding by the Muslims. Yeah. So this is right. Since they didn't even get a trial. Then Quraysh find, okay, going with you, saw the necessity to take strong measures. The chief Abu Sufyan, who became a Muslim, they say later on, set out for Medina. Other Sunnis say that, with 3,000 troops to confront Muhammad. The early phase of the fighting saw the Muslim gaining the initiative. So this is the beginning of Jang-e Uhud, how it started. Quraysh vanguard began faltering and retreated, leaving the camps vulnerable. However, when Muslim victory seemed near, the Muslim rear guard, who were tasked to defend a hill to protect against a possible encirclement, abandoned their positions. So they were blamed here. To collect spoils, and there in the Quran ayat, Al Imran, to collect spoils of war left by the fleeing enemy. This turn of events was explained. I don't think the enemies were fleeing. I think they just came there to threaten Prophet Muhammad, show them their power, manpower, 3,000 troops. You know, he was a... Look, why did I come to this conclusion? This turn of event was exploited by Quraysh General Khalid bin Walid, who launched a daring cavalry strike in the undefended rear and encircled the Muslims, thus turning the tide of battle. The battle was seen as a significant setback for the Muslims. And, Allah will win the hypocrites. That are, very bad, yes. Hypocrites are terrible. Look what they do to you. They give you a defeat. Okay, return with an even larger force. But can I say Allah even couldn't defeat the hypocrites? Muhammad initially spread his new religion in Makkah. Is this true? Where he found no opposition from the local people until he attacked their polytheistic beliefs. Shias, is this true? Now, how did I come to take this to be true? Now, if I go through seeping the ayats against polytheists, when in Surah Tawbah also telling you that these ones who never broke a treaty with you will be killed if they don't leave Makkah. And I could see through the ayats, in between the lines, that he's the one. This is what I'm telling you. Fitna is against his religion also, the least fitna. Not, then in the end the ayat says, fight the zalim. No. Surah Baqarah ayat 193, right? Oh. So it's come. Who has it come from? I'm not going to look at Imam Ali right now. Who should you be looking at? So the way I did my research, I'm not saying take my way, but that's not I thought this was the most logical way to take it and most honest and unprejudiced way to take it. Because I saw an evil in Surah Tahrim also, he gets away, pleasing his wives, breaking the command of Allah, taking an oath, and you're defending him. Shias are defending him. Unjustly, I saw, unjustly. Can't agree to the Shias also there. The Imams also on Surah Tahrim ayat 1 defending Prophet Muhammad for breaking an oath and a command of Allah. And many other ayats which I showed you earlier on in the live streams going through the hypocrites of Medina. That no, it's him. It's not their fault. What can they do now? They can't leave even. Can they leave the religion? What is even now, In most Muslim countries, or with most Muslims, not the dissenting ones, but most of them, apostasy, death penalty for apostasy. What is the penalty for blasphemy against Prophet Muhammad, Islam, Allah? You can see. They can't leave this religion. Finally, they find out. So first he tried to maybe, he made tricked, duped people, even the Jews, in believing in him. In a way, I don't know what way, but how he gained victory over them and made Yathrib, Medina, and I don't know, as tensions with Meccans increased. Why Shias you didn't read? Why Muslims you don't read this properly? Could it be that so taking overall, could it be that he did, okay, not only spread, yes, Surah Tawbah, Makkan, polytheists are, not Makkan, polytheists are unclean. I'm telling you that I was telling you. It's again, he wanted the Kaaba, he said Abraham has made it. He won't allow idols to be there. I showed you Surah Mubtahada ayats. Sorry, I have a congestion. Now it's getting worse and I feel feverish. So, have to have some tea here. I don't know how I've done that. I'm in kind of feverish. I should be resting for 2 or 3 days now. I need rest. Where are my glasses? Here. So you see, what has he done? Attack the polytheistic beliefs. And then Allah told him, oh, there's a Quran ayat, do not revile their gods lest they revile. But he did this, he started this, and then in the end, he said, no way, they're going naked in the Kaaba and around the Kaaba, they're whistling, and even, could he accept, polytheistic beliefs? Attack the polytheistic beliefs, right? Look, Shias. Water to the pilgrim. When I saw this, even this against the polytheists. Oh. Surah Tawbah ayat 19. Yes. Not only breaking oaths and fitna against you and expelling you. Why do you think they expelled Prophet Muhammad and the Muslims? Confiscating their properties. Have you made the providing of water for the pilgrim and the maintenance of Al-Masjid Al-Haram? Now this is coming from the victor against them. Now tell me, do haq, please, do haq. Justice. This is not my prophet. This is not my Allah. This is not true Allah for me. I leave it. What is this? This definitely is unfair. Then we Shias are like, Kabutar ko bhi pani do, Nadeem Sarwar's Noha. Kabutaron ko bhi pani do. Like, give the pigeons water. Give birds water. Oh, it's not pilgrims. Providing water for the pilgrims and maintenance of Masjid Al-Haram. When he said provide, why shouldn't they maintain even the Masjid Al-Haram? They're maintaining it properly in their own way. You won't let them practice it. Let them be naked. No, why would not equal to one who believes in Allah, or your way and the last day, and strives in the cause of Allah? How do you have to strive in the cause of Allah? Violence against yourselves, giving him all the money Allah has bought from you, your properties, your wealth, Now this one ayat is enough. Don't look at those whistling and clapping. No. First look at this. Water for the pilgrim? So he has used Allah to criticize them for giving water to the pilgrims. And they were maintaining Masjid al-Haram in their own way. But no, you can't even take it as and he's put it this way, that it is not equal. Who in the world will make it equal? Maybe in this way, Allah will forgive your sins. Do a good deed every day. At least do one good deed if you can't do two. And what is your good deeds? No. I mean, this necessity, water is such a necessity. Travelers coming, from everywhere, polytheists. Even Christians maybe were allowed because I was told Bibi Maryam's statue or picture was there that he covered in the Kaaba. So Christians were coming, Jews were living peacefully. Now don't tell me you will not regard this ayat. It's very important ayat. Shias, you must. खैमों में अल्लाह की आवाज़ बच्चे क्यों तड़प रहे हैं? Why the children restless, suffering for water? Hussein's children in Karbala, thirsty. Al-Atash, water. Thirst, not water, thirst. What is by in Arabic? So I have a lot of congestion and fever, and I had a throat infection. Thank God it went off. Now it's not hurting me that much. I couldn't talk. I couldn't come earlier for this, but today I made it. Later on. Shias, don't tell me I'm sorry. No violence, no injustice. So that's why I agree to what is written in here. Until he attacked their polytheistic beliefs. In Wikipedia, he uses Allah to attack, even giving water to the pilgrims. Then tensions with the Makkans increased. Not that he could practice his religion, spread his religion. Initially spread his religion in Makkah there, where he found no opposition. Who wrote this? Very good, I think this was a very good analysis, very true one on this hymn, right? And for the Makkans or polytheists. Because one Quran ayat is enough that polytheists were giving water, and he used Allah, and this is not true Allah. To tell them, no, it's like this now, against them. It's not equal to believing in Allah. Of course they have the idol they Allah to believe in. That's where you've taken the name of Allah from, the God. Is this enough? No, I cannot accept such a violent, unjust Allah and Prophet Muhammad. Violent. And he's putting violence on them. And so can you now even trust in the Quran ayats against the Yathrib, Medina hypocrites? No, right? I hope not. Please see this in unbiased, authentic analysis, research, unprejudiced. Do be just, be honest to yourselves, be true to yourselves, at least. He doesn't want you to be true to yourselves even. Sorry, so Why were Ahl Bayt called Baghis? Sorry. Okay, but even Yazid's, I don't know, like he was mad. He was another way mad, tyrannically mad, diabolically mad. So someone had to become mad and say, okay, now I'm going to show him his all. He's taken Hassan and Hussein and kissed them and affection, showing what a grandfather. We have an example, Holy Family. Oh, but you know what he did? Abu Sufyan's daughter, and when Abu Sufyan goes to meet his daughter, how does this comes from the Sunni side? But Shias look at it, really, look at it in a very cool mind. Now, as I've shown you, am I wrong to show you this way? Then Habiba comes in, right? You see what he's done. I don't want to read that right now, right? First of all, I didn't have the energy anyways because of my condition. Many years of God knows what attack. I'm weakened. So when I have a infection, fever, I can't get up. I'm a dead. No, it's very painful. And I had a headache also, very painful. It's like this. Don't ask me. So I don't want to tell you, okay? Uh, Maybe you won't even come here. So I've also failed in doing good for the people. This is the least I can do. Right? So I hope you accept this from me. And then think of it. If you want to kill me, what would be my penalty, punishment? But I stick to this. That this way I showed you, because he's turned out diabolical, and there's Allah also. I cannot accept such diabolical, unjustly doing things. What else? Okay, so to you, you know, not later on to you, your religion, and for me, my religion. Don't get deceived by these ayahs, please. Because there are other ayahs, like fight them until there is no fitna. Some show you that it's the extreme case of a fitna, like zulm and transgression against you and tumult. Please see this, it's not true. But I'm saying please, now I'm pleading with you. Before, like I showed you, right now, again, I will reason, I will try to, you know how we closely examine and step by step. And then religion is for Allah, and then you say, oh, because then you see how you change it to. So you've made a treaty, what do you assume? Please, what do you assume? So why do you assume that way and say, no, fight them only if they fight you? You showed this verse, but you haven't closely examined these verses. Surah Baqarah 193. So this is how I did it. And I'm not saying my way is the best way, but I did it in a very authentic, what do you call it, sincere way, please. I don't mean to hurt the Muslims, but the way you've hurt people, you can hurt people, is by killing apostates. Coming here telling us we are liars. And you have no, be stern, be harsh with the disbelievers, with the hypocrites. They're unclean. And the way you come here, and what else? Oh, Allah will put you in hell, so come in this religion. Why are you scaring me of hell? Or any other ex-Muslim? We see now, we see through that this Allah, no matter how, even he, when a Christian came here and told me he's going to hell, Prophet Muhammad, I said, no, true Allah, the hell he has given here is really crazy. This is like a psychopath. Even for him it would not be that hell, unfortunately. But let's not get into psychopathy too much. Oh, but raping Safiya bint Huway, Jawaria, and beautiful women, taking, and Zainab bin Josh taking his own, and saying it in that way that making, you can now, it's, well, Allah has made it easy for you to marry your adopted son's ex-wives, and you go with that. You say, oh yes, the son is not blood. But once upon a time, he practiced the pagan custom, this, that. See, so I cannot, sorry, it doesn't fall even into my logic proper. If logic is, the ABCD of logic is punctured. And what else? Unclear ayats. And it took so much to seep through. Thanks to all those ex-Muslims also in the beginning who gave us the courage. Now we can talk about the Quran like this. Amazing work of Abdullah Gondal on the Quran, and that he had epilepsy, Prophet Muhammad showing you in such a good way. Of course, sometimes we crack up, it's laughable, because Abdullah Gondal was also showing you the ridiculous absurdity of these things, that he thinks he's a true prophet. But he was coming through the Umayyad sources and historians. Of course, the Shias are not going to take that. Shias are going to take from their Imams and their Sahabas and their historians. But we were told that they did research on the Umayyad too, and unbiased research, which I don't believe in you anymore, Shias, in saying that. I think you tilted, you were unbiased, you got brainwashed somehow, or emotionally also. Emotional blackmailing by the Ahl al-Bayt. Why were Ahl al-Bayt called Baghis? The progeny of Prophet Muhammad. Okay? By Yazid's army. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for persevering patiently and not being rude and accusing us of being liars and causing a lot of what we would have died, or we should be killed. There should be a death penalty for us apostates. Islam is rightfully so giving it to us. Then don't say that Islam is a peaceful religion, right? That you can leave this religion. It's so peaceful, it's so tolerant that you can leave this religion if you like. Choice is yours. Then why are you saying Islam is a peaceful religion? Then don't say Islam is a peaceful religion. It's not. It's a religion of compulsion. Then don't say that there's no compulsion in religion. Oh, in the beginning. But what if someone is born in this religion like I was, and many others, and found out, like ex-Muslims now, that this is not a true religion, doesn't go with the logic of the Quran ayats? Not even our logic, but the logic, Quran ayats, people of understanding, if you're using aql, use logic, right? Are the worst of preachers who do not understand meaning, dumb who do not use reason, a Sahih International, meaning this also, or who do not understand, like what, from the heart? Can't see the signs? Can't understand the signs of Allah? Through the heart or through the mind, aql? Through the qalb or through the fu'ad? This also unclear. He saw what he saw in Surah Najm through his heart, fu'ad, or his heart did not deviate or whatnot. So his heart comes in there. It's a very unclear, messy mishmash, and so much, so much against the hypocrites that you can't now, seeing that it's unclear, very deceptive. I saw. So I couldn't believe in his Allah and the ayats of his Allah against the hypocrites too, what he has written. Used Allah to send, maybe it is satanic verses, mostly. So now I asked a question in Shias, I got why Ahl-Bayt called Baghi, because Prophet Muhammad, now on the second topic, Prophet Muhammad, this topic. Prophet Muhammad did you see? He used Allah to say kill them, and maybe in detail I will fighting their own people. I'm tired now. I don't have that much strength. I should have kept only one topic. He could have given them power over you. He's so scared of these politics and you, hypocrites. Anyways, but also, how shall I tell you? Not telling you. How shall I show you in other ways? I've shown you, and I keep coming here to show you in other words, other ways, with other ayats, right? Coming back. Because he did not make peace between, he used Allah to say they are hypocrites, they didn't emigrate for the cause of Allah, and if Allah had given them power, they would have fought you. So he's so scared of these hypocrites, and his Allah is so scared. Yes, and you'll say rightfully so, because the hypocrites then, if they are in the war battle, they make you lose. So Allah can't even help you against the hypocrites. Without killing them, but Allah just helped you here. But here it says, you're fighting them. And if Allah had willed, He could have given them power over you. So how come Allah gave power in that mind that the hypocrites with Prophet Muhammad in a battle of Uhud failed Prophet Muhammad, even Imam Ali, the great warrior? How come He gave them the mind to do this and failed the believers in battle of Uhud? And He could have given them power over you and they would have fought you. Okay, these are hypocrites, right? Believing this ayat. How come the polities even, and those hypocrites who were with Prophet Muhammad in battle of Uhud, like we say Umar, Abu Bakr, and Uthman, and the rest of Sahabas, only Imam Ali, and some others with Imam Ali and with Prophet Muhammad. They were good Sahabas. So why didn't they fight? Why didn't they use that army, Abu Sufyan's, to fight? Tell them, okay, now come, fight Ali, kill Prophet Muhammad. I think they broke Prophet Muhammad's tooth in the battle of Uhud, right? Not Hunain. So I keep... anyways, I showed you from Wikipedia about the battle of Uhud. So why is there this history recorded that Abu Sufyan, I read for a long time ago, some time ago, like for the live stream, that look, Abu Sufyan calls Umar saying, bear witness that we didn't kill Prophet Muhammad. You see, these polities were not killing Prophet Muhammad. They were trying to deter him. They were trying to stop him from doing all these things against them, their religion. But he wasn't stopping. And then he took over Yathrib. I don't know, politics couldn't help. Meccan politics couldn't help the Yathrib Jews. And all mess. He became a victor. And Abu Sufyan gave him the keys of the Kaaba. He raped their women during the war, captives, taking them. But see, Abu Sufyan and the politics didn't do that in the Battle of Uhud. They could have taken Fatima Zahra, Ali's, Prophet Muhammad's daughter, and Ali's wife, as a sex slave, but they didn't. Okay, and he won. Eventually he won. Prophet Muhammad won. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you so much. I really love this. Honest. Even if I make mistakes and all this, but I don't think I've made a serious mistake in this, knowing that he's a diabolical man. He was, and one of a kind tyrant, using Allah their God, polytheist God, and the Christian, whoever called God Allah at that time, Jews. And he was a very diabolical man, a liar. He used Allah. And he gave you this religion telling you that it will guide you. No, no, no. Muslims, come out of this, save yourselves. Save your time, your dedication, and moreover, it will not guide you. Okay, your hearts could be, it depends on the intention, but Allah from the very beginning then should have said, but see, it's not fair, right, to those polytheists. If I can say that, look, your intentions, those people who were killed, Shias, by the extremists, this, that, then it's like, of course, it's worth it because you think, for you think it's how you believe, but you haven't seen this other side of him, the true side of him that I'm showing you, Shias. Then is it worth it? But your intentions, of course, you live and die for Allah and what He has commanded you to do. For that, it's worth it, okay, dedicating your life. But it's the intention, and that's what He should have done. Said to the polytheists, it's your intention, whether you worship a stone or what, it's your intention. But He didn't do this. This is the only guidance. It doesn't say only guidance, but it's a guidance for the pious, without doubt. So, no doubt. Yeah, so it means this here, and it doesn't say only, but I showed you that other, right? That Islam, Allah cannot accept any other religion but Islam. And that's not in the Ismaili Quran. So when the Imam talks about pluralism and all this, he is sincere, the Zionist Khan, on that. Right? Indeed, the religion in the sight of Allah is Islam. Let's check this one also. If this ayat is, there are two ayats which say, 3 Al Imran ayat, the 19th verse. 19th verse. Sometimes if there are 19th verse, two ayats similar, oh, it is there. Yes, because sometimes the Ismaili Quran, when there are two similar ayats, like, I couldn't find that Allah has accepted Islam as your religion. Only Islam. But indeed, the religion in the sight of Allah is Islam. So even His Highness Aga Khan is not sincere on this. However, they can, or maybe they can just practice their religion now. And to those who were given the scripture did not differ except after. But they're allowed. Okay. In this way, they are allowed to practice their religion now. Like things have changed now. Like the hijab changed in the Ismaili. Imams changed it. Okay. So this way, yes, he's honest. He's allowing this. He's not going and killing them. Even those who leave the Islam, tariqat, sect of Islam, he doesn't kill them and stick to the Muslim. They embrace Islam in a different way, on their own. Research and all this. Okay, I think I've spoken a lot, and it's because my health. Oh my God. Okay, my throat. I have to go now. So thank you so much for those who are really looking at this sincerely to see, right? And then give me an answer somewhere, or by becoming ex-Muslims, sincere ex-Muslims. I would say, please do that. Don't waste your time on this. No, Allah will not intestines boiled or what, torn apart, molten brass going. No matter how much you, but through fear to come to this religion, otherwise in hell. Okay, I'm not calling you hypocrites, Of course, in heart you don't think you are a hypocrite, but will you go to war? Will you say, oh, Prophet Muhammad, or Osama bin Laden or someone, Khomeini, Shias? How many of you went to war? Those believers stay at home, apart from those with an incapacity, are not equal to those. You stayed at home. Surah 4 ayat 95. And you're allowed to do this. But Surah but the ones are not allowed. They are hypocrites. But those believers who stay at home, apart from those with an incapacity, are not equal, are not equal to those who commit themselves and their possessions to striving in God's way. So we're not hypocrites. No, no. You just stay at home. When Osama bin Laden calls you for war, you stay at home. When Al Qaeda calls you for war, you stay at home. When Khomeini calls you for war, Shias. But of course, you're not the same as those who went for war. And you're not hypocrites. Very good. But these are hypocrites who said, oh, ask for forgiveness for us, Surah Fatayat. But you're not equal to these also. They changed the word of Allah, Surah Fatayat, against Baduan Muslims. So, very, very terrible. What I saw was they were like cutting through my bones, it was terrible. Against Prophet Muhammad and his Allah. Sorry, my stomach also is rolling. I need to go now. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your honest dedication and patience here. And if you're dedicated to this. And please leave for your own good. Please dedicate your life to something better. Even if you have doubts, it doesn't matter. Do Dr. Deepak Chopra's certainty and all this. It doesn't matter as long as we're discovering, even if we get trampled upon, but know that you did it sincerely. You lived your life as you honestly felt it was an honest life. How could a true Allah put you in hell burning, burning, burning? No, trust in yourselves. Trust. If inside you don't have that, who can give it to you from the outside? If inside you don't have guidance, if the soul doesn't have guidance, that also a very unjust ayat in Surah Sajda ayat 13. No, inside, then trust in yourself. Please see this very unjust ayat, Surah Sajda, that Allah has not given the soul guidance. Then where has He given you guidance? In your hearts? Then look into your hearts and see. He says that He intervenes in the heart, right? Then, but very scary, Surah Al-Baqarah 2:4, calls Allah to witness to what is in his heart. He's calling Allah to witness. Then somewhere Allah says that I have guided your hearts aright. Those who believe, the hearts are guided aright. Okay. Oh, there's a condition, those who believe. But what if you don't, you're discovering what is there to believe in, but, it's very, very unjust. And your heart can only be guided if you believe, right? Allah will guide your heart. So, very unjust. Your soul has not been guided, and if He had willed, He could have given every soul nafs its guidance. Well, so what is He testing the human beings from me? What He told I will surely told Shaitan, Allah, I'll surely fill hell with jinn and people altogether. So the guidance I send you through Abraham, through Prophet Muhammad, follow that guidance, otherwise you're going to hell with jinn. I don't think I should do this to myself. My throat is starting to feel kind of, I have to go now. Thank you.